It's Gareth from Port Monkeys, and today we're on the Norwegian Pearl cruise ship. We're standing in what they call the Crystal Atrium. It's the center of the ship. A lot of activities go on around here. Has a bar, there's a jewelry store, the service desk. You can make restaurant reservations over there. It's got Future Cruise, Shore Excursion, the art gallery is down there. But we're going to head down to deck 4 to begin our tour. So, see you in a few. We are on deck 4, Midship, in the elevator lobbies. Stairs. 4 elevators, there's 3 of them, 4 aft and midship. They always have a short description of what's on that floor. So we won't be videotaping on 9 or 10 because the only things there are staterooms. And on 8, there's a restaurant there. We'll go through that. And on 5, there are just staterooms, so we won't bother with that. And on 11, it's the bridge viewing room, so we'll go by there. But anyway, we're on deck 4, and the only thing down here is the medical center. Which is right here. So, if you need something, they actually have how much it costs listed here. And when they're open. I don't think I've ever seen that on a cruise. But maybe I never looked. They also have this vending machine here. So, antibiotic ointment, Band-Aids, prep pads, non-aspirin, ibuprofen, aspirin, condoms. It says quarters only. Also in these elevator lobbies, they have a map of the ship showing you where you are. So we're on deck 4, midship, right there. So they can be handy if you don't know where you're at. Anyway, we're going to go up to deck 5. We are now on deck 6, and we are all the way in the front of the ship, so forward on deck 6. And the only thing forward here is the Stardust Theater, and you can enter on either side. So we're going to try. It's early in the morning, so they may have this locked up. Both sides are the same. They have all these mirrors. So it's pretty fun to walk down here. It's pretty glittery. You can also enter the theater on deck 7. It's a really tall theater. You see up there, way up there, there's a balcony areas, both sides. Let's go all the way down to the front here. There's the stage with the peacock. So it seats a lot of people. They've never not been able to find a seat. The only problem is the seats are old and they kind of lean forward or down. So they're sort of uncomfortable. Not all of them, but all the ones I've got. Anyway, they put on some pretty good shows here.
Mamma Mia doesn't show again. My, just how much I missed you. Yes.
Come on, people, let's see those cheers.
I ain't gonna do you wrong while you're gone. Said I ain't gonna do you wrong, 'cause all I'm asking is for a little respect when you go home. Imagine that
smell's coming from somebody up here. It's getting even stronger. I need some help here. Point the person out. Right side, left side. That smell is it is coming from over there. If you want to switch to an empty seat, I understand. If you want to move away, but I need you to point the person out. I gotta find out. I appreciate your honesty. It's getting really strong. It is over there. It is. I know. Release. Right away. Eyes open. Smell is gone.
We better take a look inside. Did you see anything inside the bag? Did you happen to feel anything inside the bag? See, I think you ladies missed the most important part of this trip. You know what that is? It's the egg. Yes, somehow you missed that when you were in there. And that doesn't seem like much. I can tell by your applause.
We entered the theater on the port side. We're going to exit on the starboard side, right side of the ship. Now I can go that way into the casino, or I can go that way into the casino. But from here, you have to pass through the casino to get anywhere else. See? Hi. Oh, just walking through.
Go right there.
Go that way?
Yeah.
Okay. So they don't want me to videotape in here, but he didn't stop me. This is the casino course. And it has a lot of machines, but most of them are fairly old. Although it has some new ones too. And a bar. Poker. That's what he wanted me to avoid. These machines, which everybody loves to play, but remember they're games of chance, not skill. So you'll win when it's ready to pay you, like a slot machine. We are somewhere in the Caribbean Sea, which you might know as the Caribbean. We're on the starboard side of deck 6, and we find ourselves in Magnum's Champagne and Wine Bar. Also the home of Le Bistro. So I've gone into Le Bistro, and they've covered up the settings, but it's the French restaurant. It costs extra to eat here. They've changed the way they do things since the last time I was here. Now I think some of the restaurants are a la carte rather than a set price, and Le Bistro is one of them. See the prices there? $6.99, $26.99. $17.99, and so on. Right next to Le Bistro is the Corona Cigar Club. This is where you can go and smoke and watch TV. So it's fairly smoky in here, always. And they do sell cigars. It's kind of hard to walk in there though. That stairway leads up to deck 7, and it's the sushi bar and the noodle bar or restaurant, they call it. The noodle bar is called the Lotus Garden. I don't know if you can see it on that sign up there. And the teppanyaki is like the Japanese hibachi, which is like Benihana. This is Magnum Champagne and Wine Bar. Now, it might look like it's the same bar, but notice the color changes, and you're in Shaker's Martini and Cocktail Bar. And the furniture is different here. Hi. And then, notice the bar changes again in color, even though they're very close together. And now you're in Maltings Beer and Whiskey Bar. And the furniture changed again. So, it's actually 3 bars right in a row, and those 3 bars lead you to the restaurant known as Indigo. This is one of the main restaurants. You don't have to pay to eat in here. And walk through. Everything's covered, waiting for dinner. This place is only open at dinner. And I have not eaten in here yet. But I'm saying no dress code. Shorts, t-shirts at dinner. So if you don't like dressing up at all, this is probably the place for you. But there's the menu. I guess for tonight, yes, because that wasn't last night's menu. Same menu in the Summer Palace restaurant. Summer Palace, Indigo. They tell me in Indigo you can wear shorts and a t-shirt day and night, anytime. Summer Palace, guys have to wear a collared shirt and long pants to eat there. So we're going to go on up to deck 7 because we can't get any further here on deck 6. So this is the Summer Palace restaurant. It's the other main dining room. And it looks like the Russian Summer Palace. And it's got pictures of all these people who were slaughtered by Rasputin. But this is where we usually eat because the people are so much nicer in here and friendlier. But you could sit there at the back of the ship in the windows. It's got a piano I've never seen anybody play. It's got this giant bottle of water that's empty. And it's pretty large. They're having breakfast right now, so that's what's going on here. Let's go back up. Go for it. So that's Summer Palace Restaurant, down on 6. We're back on 7. We're in the aft elevator lobby. Stairs going up, elevators going up. These elevators only go to deck 12, as do the stairs. Down at Midship and forward, they go up a deck or 2 higher. And this is the entrance to the Bliss Ultra Lounge. Bliss Ultra Lounge. So, you know, there's dancing and music in here, but they also have events in here and trivia. They also have a bowling alley and slot machines. That I didn't know. I just learned that this moment. They have slot machines here. But they have this bowling alley. And I don't know if it costs or if it's free, because I haven't bowled yet. I think it might be free. Anyway, it's only open certain times of the day. So keep that in mind. There's an area like that. And this. It's pretty dark in here. Sorry. Dance floor. It actually has some beds. You see that? That's a bed. Bandstand. Another bed. I don't remember the Bliss Ultra Lounge from the other NCL ships I've been on having a bed. But, and a bar, of course. And another bowling alley on the other side. Oh, so it's got 4 lanes. Foosball, claw machine, and big buck open season. And outside where it's nice and sunny and warm. That's the Bliss Ultra Lounge. So we are aft at the very back of the ship on deck 7. From here we can go forward. And only forward. Or we could go outside. So here's outside. Now on this ship you can go all the way around the ship. All the way around. So that's the rear of the ship, the aft area. It's a little breezy out here. So the sound may not be very good. And there's our weight. And we're somewhere between Grand Cayman and Aruba. So we are in the open Caribbean Sea, and you won't see any land in any direction because it's hundreds of miles away in every direction. So now we've just crossed from port to starboard, the right side of the ship. And over here, aft on the starboard side, is a smoking area. Also, 2 2/3 laps. 2 2/3 laps equal 1 mile. So we can walk all the way up, go around the front of the ship. In the front, you can't see out. It's all steel enclosed. It's where the theater is. Sometimes they close this off. All ships do. Not all ships have a promenade outside though. We're gonna go back inside. Oh, one more thing. Up there they have a couple of shuffleboard courts. So we came in from the promenade on deck 7, and this is the photo gallery. And eventually they're gonna open these things up, and the pictures they took of you on this cruise will be there. And there's a lot of panels to open. And there's a lot of photos already out here. And they sell cameras. And you can get these things made. Or buy a towel animal picture frame. Or get canvas prints. So now we're entering the Crystal Atrium, which is where we began. So we're midship, deck 7. You can make your dining reservations here. This is your guest services desk. And this will bring us port information, some pictures and facts about the ship, and what they call the art gallery. Sometimes they do the auctions here, sometimes they do them in some other place. Ooh. And the Internet Cafe, which is 2, 4, 6, 8 computers. Although everyone's got their own device now. You can go on ncl.com, not use any of your minutes here. You can get help from this guy when he's there. There's some prices. And some other prices. In case you were wondering. This over here is shore excursions. There's always a line. We booked a shore excursion for tomorrow. We're going to ride UTVs. the Future Cruise consultant. They have the deal on NCL where if you spend a certain amount of money, you get shipboard credit now. So you make a Future Cruise deposit, you get shipboard credit now. This is the shopping consultant. She has hours too. So if you have a shopping question, this is the Java Cafe, but they have liquor there too. And they call this the Crystal Atrium. Up there is Ocean's Bar and Grill. Let's go up. I guess this is why they call it the Crystal Atrium. I never looked up until just this moment. But there are glowing crystals hanging down from the ceiling. This is Ocean's Bar and Grill. It's like an Irish pub, we'll call it. They're open 24/7. Every day, every hour. In the morning they serve breakfast, in the afternoon lunch, and in the evening dinner. Although dinner and lunch might be the same menu. But it's a hidden gem on NCL, I think. I think it's underused, although if more people knew about it, it would probably be a lot more crowded. But you know, you can get fish and chips, and since I have the drink package, I get all the Newcastle I want on tap. But as I said before, this is the only thing on deck 8 other than passenger cabins. So we're going to go back down to 7 and finish up there. We just went up those stairs to Ocean's Bar and Grill and walked around and came back down. I just wanted to show you that on deck 7 here now, you can't go any further on the port side. You have to go over to starboard. Chicago? I don't know.
Yeah, the ones that you want to see are big, but we have the small.
And here we have the Lotus Garden. So, Lotus Garden is a group of like 3 or 4 different restaurants and bars. In there is teppanyaki. So, Japanese hibachi style, like Benihana. That costs, I think, $30 a person, fixed. Here's the stairway from La Bistro, and the champagne, martini, and whiskey bars are right down there. And I said you could go up that stairway. But we didn't. We went a different way. So there's a sake bar. There's what's called the Lotus Garden. That's included. So it's, some might call it a noodle bar. And then there's a sushi bar there. Sushi is a la carte. See, noodle bar. So this is complimentary, free. And looks like that. Or you can sit here and eat some sushi. We're heading forward on deck 7, starboard side. And we come to trade winds. These are the stores, and they're all closed this early in the morning. But they actually have a lot of stores in this ship. There's the one selling liquor and perfume, because they go together so well. This sells a little bit of everything. And they don't seem to have individual names. The shops are open now. This is what it looks like inside. Watches, jewelry. Pretty standard stuff. Then there's this one, watches, jewelry, and a definite odor of perfume. And of course liquor, and liquor, and more watches, and sunglasses. And then this is the last store, other than the one that's in the atrium. And they sell this kind of stuff. Kids stuff, coffee mugs, socks and balls or something. And lots of t-shirts. Which brings us to the very front of the ship, the Stardust Theater again. So that's the entrance, it's closed. We already went through there. But it takes up 6, 7, and 8. But I don't think you can get to it from 8. So don't even think about it. We've crossed over to port now. We could go outside here. Notice how one door is roped off, another door isn't. So there seems to be no rhyme or reason with it. There's a map of the ship. We're right here. Theater, shops, Asian food, atrium, Bliss Ultra Lounge. We're up on deck 11 now. We skipped 9 and 10. We saw Oceans on 8. Other than that, there are just staterooms. And this is just staterooms on 11, except it has the bridge viewing room. So we're going to walk out there and take a look. See it up ahead. So it says over there, no photography. So it's got a model of the ship though. But that's the bridge viewing room. You can come up here and relax and watch them steer the boat. We're up on deck 12 now. Over on this side is the Mandara Spa and Salon. So if you need some spa stuff done, these are the people to do it. Good morning to you. And it's quite extensive back there. We're in the Mandara Spa. These are treatment rooms. It's a labyrinth of little rooms. There is a hot tub. This goes outside. Swimming pool. Big area of lounge chairs. More treatment rooms. Cool. And the Pulse Fitness Center. So on NCL, you don't have to cut through the spa to get to the fitness center like on Princess. So you got your people working out, got your free weights, got your machines, treadmills, stair climbers, ellipticals, bicycles, towels, cleaning wipes. You could sign up for classes. Over here, on the starboard side, you have the library. It's kind of a big place.
Taking a selfie without me, really? I'm right here. Oh, it's a video.
This is me and the entire cruise staff, hard at work.
I'm listening too.
Books, computer. Also has the little plaques they get on the maiden voyages. First calls in ports. Notice they're mostly 2007 because that's when the ship was built. And a picture of the Jewel, sister ship, and the Dawn. This is the photo studio where you can pay extra and get fancy pictures taken of you and your family. And this is the officers. Oh, and they also have how to tell who's who. I keep calling everyone captain, so. They also have a card room, which I guess you could call a game room. Notice the games. So we're on deck 12, remember? They're giving pool massages for $25. It's got the main pool, they call that, and that pool. And I'm not sure what they call that pool. Now, a lot of people out here already. It's only 8:30. A lot of lounge chairs. Probably a lot of them saved by people who got up early and then went back to bed. This is the other pool, which they call the main pool also. Got some hot tubs. Here they have breakfast in the morning, hamburgers and hot dogs at lunchtime, and a bar. I believe this is called Topsiders. Yeah, see the sign? This is the kids' pool area, and the kids' area is back there. So they can watch you, and you could watch them, I guess, if they were out here swimming. This is the Garden Cafe. It's the buffet. And it's pretty busy now because it's 8:30. You should know that we have found ourselves at the Midship Stair Tower, or elevator lobby. So we're going to walk by and have a little look.
Good morning!
Come on. Anyway, he plays music there. And this is the food. And it's a fairly big, well-organized buffet. And the food's good. You know, it's not horrible. You can even get a boiled egg. 2 kinds of sausage. Of course, fruit. Lots of fruit. Eggs Benedict.
Good morning!
Omelets made to order. They have several omelet stations. Juice. These guys. Remember, we're heading aft on the starboard side of deck 12. Coffee. So the buffet inside is called the Garden Cafe. Then they have another one out here, which we call the Great Outdoors, because we are in fact outdoors. And they have some of the same stuff, not quite the selection that they do inside. But they have coffee, juice, bacon, biscuits and gravy, fruit, a toaster with the bread and English muffins in there. In the mornings, like now, you can go into La Cucina and eat. By the way, we've crossed over to the port side. In the morning, though, you can go to La Cucina and eat. It's not eating, you're still eating the buffet food. Have coffee and juice in here, too. In the evenings, though, this becomes La Cucina Italian restaurant, which is a la carte. So, I see things there that are $21.99, $19.99, $14.99. Anyway, like I said earlier, in the aft elevator lobby, you can't go above deck 12, which is where we are. So the only thing we can do now is go back forward to go up, or go down. Instead of going midship, let's just cut back through La Cucina. Hi. And we're headed aft on the port side. This is the very back of the ship back here. Back to the Great Outdoors buffet area. And we're gonna cut over to this stairway and go up. We are somewhere in the middle of the Caribbean, or Caribbean Sea. There's a cargo ship over there. It's all cloudy, but it's warm. It's about 80 degrees out here. Not too humid today, though. But we're going up now to deck 13. Some ships don't have deck 13. Princess doesn't have a 13. They go from 12 to 14. I think Royal Caribbean does have a 13. And this is the jogging track. This red down here. And this is a helipad, but they've built the sports court on top of it. This is as far to the back of the ship is you can get up high. You can get down there in the great outdoors and be at the very back, and then again down on deck 7. Let's go this way a minute. So this is the port side, deck 13 aft. We're going to go up here, so we're now going up to deck 14, where they have a rock climbing wall and benches so you can watch what's going on in the sports court. This is the rock climbing wall. I have not done it yet on this ship. I probably will on one of the last sea days. We end this cruise with 2 sea days. We've just crossed over to starboard. Sometimes there are lounge chairs out here, and sometimes not. Back down there on deck 13 is golf driving. There's clubs down there, balls and phonographs. Hit it into that target. Now we're going up to another helipad. Another place where they might put lounge chairs. And then there's this glass wall. Inside there is the haven. See that? Starboard back to port. There's the rock climbing wall. We're going to go forward here a little bit. This is where the wind is the windiest. Up there, that stairwell leads up to the haven again. And we walk up there. Giant spools. You'll see that you had to have a special key to get in. So, not invited. We're going to head on back down. This is another golf driving net, whatever you want to call it, place, on the other side, on the port side. There's one on starboard, one on port. I rarely see anybody in there. I did it once. We came down from deck 14. We're back on deck 13. 5.5 laps of this red. I think we have shuffleboard with course. I don't know. Here's the equipment. They call this area the sports court. There's the poles and the discs. There is also shuffleboard on deck 7, port and starboard. One side of the ship is checkers, the other side is checks, although I noticed they were missing the black key. Notice there's an arrow saying, well, that way up the track. So now we're, like I say, up on deck 13. That's deck 12. There's 2 pools. This is Midship. If you like pools, here's where all the action is. They've got tables and chairs because there's the grill down there, Topsider's Grill, so you can eat. Woo! Inside here is the Churrascaria restaurant, Moderna. And the Mojito Bar, sugarcane Mojito Bar. In the morning, though, I think the Haven gets breakfast in there. And it is morning right now. So we'll drop in and see. Sugarcane Mojito Bar. That's Mojito Bar. And that's Moderno over there. And they're having their own little buffet breakfast for the fancy people. And it goes all the way around there. In the evenings, like I say, it's Moderno, Brazilian steakhouse. And then in here is Cagney's. And they're probably doing breakfast for the rich and famous too, although it doesn't look like. So this is Cagney's Steakhouse, and you might be lucky enough to sit on a couch. And it goes right there, down to there. Here's the Cagney's menu. And if you can hear music, that's the guy at the entrance to the garden cafe, the buffet, playing guitar and singing. I can't show you the Moderno menu because they don't seem to have one out here. Anyway, you could find it online though. So let's drop back down to deck 12 so you can experience him singing I Want to Hold Your Hand maybe. There you go. And this of course is deck 12 aft. This is the entrance to Entourage and Splash Academy, the video arcade, the kids areas. Let's check this out. So there's cool signs, but I think it's just going to lead me back in to the arcade or something. This is the club area. It seems to be closed, except for the teen area. Video games, air hockey, foosball, more video games, an area that's closed off because that's the office. Weird music playing. A nice pretty drawing of the ship. A cool padded area. I think we've entered the other kids' room for the younger kids, where they have these. And these people that are busy with something, I'm not sure what. Bathrooms. How you guys doing? Where are all the kids?
We are waiting for it tonight. We open at 8.
Ah, and I'm great, by the way. Thank you. More room. Not yet. Pool's closed. They don't want me to go out here, but I'm going to. And there's the main pools right outside there. So, oh, it's hot and steamy out there. Guppies, 6 months to 3 years old. It says Splash Academy. No diaper changing in the Guppies playroom. So Entourage, Video Arcade, Splash Academy. Here's a little sample of what they do. 6 to 9, 3 to 5, 6 months to 3 years, and 13 to 17, we call those the teens. I bet they're going to have a blast. On this side of the ship, can't go anywhere. We're back on deck 13, by the way. They have these handy signs everywhere. Although, like the chapel, it's way forward, so I'm not sure exactly how helpful they are, since it just says go this way. Now we're back in the wind and the sun. It is a little overcast today. Warm and windy. Up forward there. Back to the pools. And I'm out here because it's called the Sky High Bar, and the sign is right there. It's like a balloon theme, and they're not open today. You should know that over there is the smoking area, a smoking area over there. Deck 13, port side of the Sky High Bar. Those glass, 2 stories of glass up there, that's the Haven. We're gonna go in. We're on the starboard side of deck 13. Actually, let's go up to sun deck, deck 14. And you'll notice nobody's up here today. Of course, it's only 8:30 on a sea day. Well, it's not actually sea day. We get into port at noon today, 12:30. Port of St. Lucia, Castries, St. Lucia. But if you wanted to mark your territory, you can do it. There's absolutely no shade here. Crossing back over to port, there's this big shower thing. I guess that's for kids, but I really don't know. And eventually, all these chairs will be laid out all over here. This is all on deck 14, but this is all this is. You can't even go down on this side. That'll be all chairs later. All chairs. Loungers. We're back down on what I'm going to call deck 14. I hope that's right, because that's 13 and the pool's on 12. This is one place you can get to the front of the ship. It does have a glass shield on it. But if you want to see where we're going, this is the place. Down on deck 7 on the outdoor promenade, in the front of the ship, it's all shielded. You can't see out. It's steel. The hull, whatever, down there. Looks kind of stormy. So we're in the very front of the ship, forward. Deck 14, crossing from port to starboard. Now I'm heading aft, back towards the back of the ship, although we're gonna go inside here in a minute. Pool area, Haven. We just came down these stairs from deck 14. We're back on 13. Can't go any further that way. We're gonna go in this door. So we're on deck 13. See that? And that brings us to Spinnaker Lounge. This is one of those lounges where they do everything. Dancing, bingo, trivia, has a bar, stage, view of the front, you know, outside. This is the most forward place you could be, inside and still see out. Theater is below us. Bridge viewing deck, of course, below us. This guy's here. Sir? This is the lighting and sound guy. Got a customer. So I've walked from starboard to port. And here is the chapel. It's just named Chapel. And that's it. Chapel. So, pretty straightforward. I have to say, that's the Norwegian Pearl. I'm Gareth from Port Monkeys, and Port Monkeys out. See you on the high seas. Bye. I wanted to show you some of the artwork on the stairwells, stair towers. It's photography, and it has a little thing that says what exactly it is. So each stair tower has different photographs blown up. And on this end, it's what we might call technology. Here's a picture of this ship being built. It's fairly detailed because it's a photograph. Construction of Norwegian Pearl in Germany. These are fiber optics. Of course, the Eiffel Tower. Now we're in the forward stair tower, and it's animals, and they're quite large, 10 feet across. This one, as we're on deck 6 or whatever, is very tall. A running cheetah, I suppose. This guy. Mountains. The railing kind of ruined this one. Baby mom. Zebra. And a lot of them. This is the last one. It's two bald eagles. It says fighting in midair. So I guess they're fighting. Let's go up the stairs. Get a better look at it. Decided to go with Impressionist paintings. All right, port monkeys coming into Manhattan at the end of an 11-day Caribbean cruise from Tampa on the Norwegian Pearl. Thought you might want to look at this some more. Way up there is the Empire State Building. I'm not sure which one of these berths is the cruise terminal. Having never sailed in here before.